Hello and welcome to Mitchell and Webb talk about some sketches in a pretend room. Here we are in the pretend room.
Yes.
I have to say, of all the things in the pretend room, they're very, very pretend. Chairs like this, nobody really wants them.
Nobody wants this.
Plants like that, they're just annoying.
They're quite, it's from a different, it's very, I'm finding it quite nostalgic. It feels like, like a 1970s kind of thing.
Straight from a conservatory in which a colonel has been murdered.
Yes.
But this rug, I don't know if that's in shot at all. The rug, I genuinely, I'd take that home with me. That feels like it belongs in a real room.
Perfectly nice rug.
Yeah, I think
it goes with your trousers and your shoes beautifully.
Thank you. I'm a sucker for a nice rug like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. This time we're going to talk about the washing machine porn sketch and the little discussion after it.
Yes.
So the washing machine porn sketch. I mean, I think the problem we face in this segment is it as a sketch, it speaks for itself, doesn't it, Rob?
It really does. The only thing I'd add is it's one of two sketches that feature a washing machine or tumble dryer, because in the therapist sketch, which is available, that you can click on various things as part of this interface. Watch the therapist sketch as well. Yeah. Not now, while we're talking.
You could pause this in one window and open another window and watch that and come back to us.
I mean, the sky's the limit. Anyway, in the therapist sketch, my character talks about installing a tumble dryer, makes that the metaphor for how useless the therapist is. And I think both sketches got written during a time when I was getting a new tumble dryer in our house, because we'd had our washing machine and our tumble dryer. We bought them in 2010. It was Miele. It was a great brand back in 2010. It was the obvious choice.
Right.
But they both, within weeks of each other, it was quite moving, really. It's like one died, and the other one died of a broken heart. And it was like they both went wonky at more or less the same time. And we were getting new white goods put in. And I think that fed into this sketch.
I think you might be right. But it has been a theme in our work, Robert, because I think we wrote a sketch many years ago in which the sort of hero figure picks up the phone and says, or speaks to someone and says, "How do you get a washing machine to have water in it?"
Yes. And that was when I had broken up with my then girlfriend, who became my
then ex-girlfriend.
And I was living on my own for the first time, and I moved into this rental flat that had no water in the toilet, and I wanted to know how you make a toilet have water in it.
You don't just fill it with piss, do you?
No, it turns out
it has other water. That's the thing you don't know necessarily.
It has
other water that's not just piss.
It has water that's meant to be that you just flush it. Turns out you just flush it and the water comes. Or that's what I did.
Yeah, I hate to tell you this, but there are days, it may happen in your life, where you flush the loo and the water doesn't come.
I don't want to think about that.
You just have to move house.
I don't want to think about it.
But I think we've always, both of us, found the practicalities of living like a normal human being
challenging.
Yeah. And we're not owners of toolkits.
No.
We don't know washer sizes.
We're not handy.
We're not handy.
Anyway, replaced the washer dryer and the washer dryer and tumble dryer.
Yeah.
And Samsung these days. Samsung.
Ah.
Yeah.
I had a Samsung mobile at one point.
Right.
That was dreadful.
Right.
But then why wouldn't it be? I mean, it's like in the previous one, we discussed how Peugeot makes cars and pepper grinders. Samsung, that's mad. Washing machines and mobile phones. I know they both need electricity, but one involves... I'm expecting them to press...
You mustn't put one inside the other.
Yeah, you press a button on a Samsung mobile. What's to stop the water coming out of it?
Don't put a Peugeot 305 in a pepper grinder.
No. Well, if you put pepper in the engine of a Peugeot 305, it might get sort of ground.
Is it 305? Is it 205 and 309? Now I'm worried.
It's definitely 205 and 305. But they also used to have a 104, a 504. I don't know what their system was. But
it's hard not to believe we don't write this.
People won't believe it. They won't
believe it.
Scripted,
they
rehearsed.
Won't believe it.
But yes, so washing machines always a challenge.
Yeah.
But also the other thing addressed in that sketch was the sex industry. But,
Yes.
what are your thoughts?
It was addressed. And on that note,
I think
it's time for a call
to action.
A call to action. What should we cover next? Tell us in the comments if you want.
Yeah, go on.
Also, thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons before you go.
Yes, hit the like and subscribe buttons. And of course, they're not buttons, are they? They're just
not buttons.
areas of the screen.
It's just the sort of analogy of, from in real life from the olden days. It's a bit like a picture of saving. There's still a little picture of a floppy disk, which is just...
Yeah.
It's not... doesn't happen anymore, but we were left with the icon.
We still have the telephone icon. Still looks like a telephone used to look like.
Yeah.
That would be baffling for the young. But obviously a computer still has a keyboard, doesn't it?
Yes.
That's all buttons.
Well, I mean, soon we'll be like Scotty in Star Trek: The Undiscovered Country, where he sardonically says, "Oh, computer," and the keyboard doesn't know how to answer him. But of course, these days you could say, actually, could you? You couldn't really.
We
Can
all
you
know
say
the comic ruffle in that otherwise excellent filmic moment?
What's that?
Well, Scotty tries to talk to the computer won't answer, and he realizes it's a antiquated computer, and then he types in the keyboard.
Yeah, and then he's a brilliant typist.
Yeah.
So how?
Yeah.
If all he's used to is dictating to computers, how come he can do all this?
He'd be picking away.
And why is he a native with this particular software?
Yeah.
Wouldn't he be kind of going, "Oh God, where's the
Now I'm sure they had a discussion about that,
and somebody
I
said,
bet there was a
it's
tape
not that kind of movie.
But we want to make Scotty look like he's amazing.
Yeah.
Even though he's put on a lot of weight since the TV series. I mean, he's barely recognizable. No, I know.
I've put on a lot of weight since 1988.
I've put on I mean, it's come off and on and off. If you added all the ons, it would be several Scotties. I'm not, I accept it was a long time later.
Yeah.
I would have to say, though, he really did look different. So why did he also grow a moustache?
That didn't help.
You're trying to say, no, I am that guy.
Yeah.
And it was decades earlier.
Yeah.
God knows what the poor guy's been doing in between.
He just wanted to, show it's a different character and not just fatter, but wiser. And he thought that the tash would
Or he
would
thought
help
the tash was slimming. That's what I'm hoping with the beard.
It works.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But only if I'm only seen from the neck up.
I think that's how we're shooting you.
Okay. See you next time.
Bye.